BizMap Ptbo, Peterborough's business vlog. Each episode creates a business map to your success. We will introduce you to people and places in our city who will help you make it happen, showcasing why Ptbo is the place to live, play, and prosper. Hi, and welcome back to this episode is the continuation of Win This Space, episode 2 of BizMap Ptbo. We're going to introduce you to a couple of finalists from last year who have actually now taken the plunge and have opened up a space downtown Peterborough and some of the support that they've received along the way in hopes that you might also put yourself out there and win a space downtown Peterborough. Thanks for joining us. Bye for now.
I'm Anna. I'm from Watson and Lou, and we are a store on Water Street, 383 Water Street, and we have a boutique that focuses on locally made goods. So we basically have a gift shop, and over half of it is made in Peterborough and the Kawarthas. But it's not just a shop. The back half of the store is a studio and workshop space. So by day, freelancers and makers and artists can rent space and come in and take advantage of our various amenities. And then in the evenings and weekends, we have all kinds of different workshops for creative and artistic things. I entered Win This Space because I knew that I wanted to find a way to really feature and highlight and help get the word out about the amazing makers that are doing a really good work in Peterborough. And I was doing a lot of markets, and I was going to a lot of markets. I was doing Focus Fair and Sprague, and there's just so much talent in Peterborough. I thought there should be one spot that really highlighted a lot of that stuff where people could go in and buy a really special, unique handmade gift any time of year. So I really wanted that to happen, and I make things myself, and of course I wanted a place in Peterborough to sell those things. And the idea of working for myself and having some creative control over my own environment really appealed to me. And I guess I'm a workaholic, so so there we go. Win This Space was a kick in the butt to get my business plan actually written. So up until I saw the Win This Space advertisements, the business was an idea, and I had, printed off a bunch of templates for business plans from the internet, and, I was in the brainstorming stage, but this was an opportunity to actually focus and write my 40, 50, or 60-page business plan, however long it was long, and actually have the support and resources to learn during the process. So I jumped on the opportunity. Support from the community was amazing, and of course I'm not in this alone. I'm very, very lucky to have a business partner, Aaron Watson, who is also part of Win This Space. That's how we met. We just had a vision that was very similar, and the fact that there were two of us working on it together has made it lots more manageable, but definitely late nights, definitely some stressful moments, but nothing that couldn't be handled with all the wonderful support we received. There have been a few surprises along the way so far, and it's been in the nitty-gritty details. So for instance, in writing my business plan, I didn't think about getting security measures, or I didn't realize insurance would be as much as it is. And I've made some mistakes, like I forgot to incorporate HST in a very small part of my financial projections. So there are all these little tiny details that come up, and that's why it has been so amazing to have the help of the people at the Business Advisory, because they help you catch those little things that you have no idea about if you've never done something like this before. The learning curve is steep, and there are just many details. So some of those things have been surprising, but not daunting. Everything has worked out in the end. We had a lot of help from the Business Advisory, from the Peterborough and Kawarthas Business Advisory Center. So Sandy and Maddie have been fantastic. They provided us with a fair amount of one-on-one support. We went on after Win This Space to do Starter Company Plus, and there we received even more one-on-one support. And they answered all of our random questions, and they gave us some really useful feedback on our business plan and pushed us to be better and do more and just make our idea into the best possible thing it could be. So we've been very happy to have their help, but also we've had the help of a bunch of other business owners downtown, and that has been indispensable. So just talking to other people who own businesses downtown that have similar demographics has given us information that we absolutely needed in order to provide the service and the products that our customers want. For people who want to enter Win This Space, I say go for it and take advantage of all the resources that are available to you. Peterborough is incredible, and other business owners downtown have been incredibly supportive. So I would say go for it, take advantage of all of the supports that exist, do the programs, stay up late, write your business plan, do those financial projections, and get as many eyes on them as you can so that you can get tons of feedback and go into opening a business having the best idea you can of what you need to do to make it successful. So to people entering Win This Space this year, I would say be prepared for a ton of work that is totally worthwhile, that's going to help you see what the future might hold. And also, if you have a partner or a mom or a friend nearby who's willing to help out, ask them to cook you some meals, put them in the freezer, maybe stock up on underwear because you might not have time to do laundry for a while. That may or may not be true, but definitely do plan to put a ton of time and a ton of work into it so you can get as much out of it as possible, because there's a lot to get out of it.
My name is Paul Bennett from Ashburnham Realty. We own properties here in Ptbo and elsewhere. One of our main passions is to develop and renovate properties here in downtown Peterborough. Last year we had a ton of entries, and I think it's a really great program because it allows people to get vetted by a lot of great local industry experts. So I would just make sure you do your due diligence, you get yourself ready, because last year I think there was over 40 entrants, and it's very, very competitive, but you have the great opportunity to win some money and get a lot of great experience and hopefully get a business off the ground. To me, the program is great because win or lose, there's a lot of winners. I think last year we had, I might be wrong, but I think 5 different businesses that ended up starting from the group, and I would like to see this year maybe even get to up to 10. So even though there is really one winner of Win This Space, I think that everyone that enters gets the experience by the local experts that are the judges, that allows new businesses to get off that maybe without that influence of those local experts that are the judges and the people reviewing the business plans may not have been able to do so. So my advice would be enter, because there's a lot of, even if you don't win, there's a great opportunity for you to start a business and be very successful for a long time.
I'm the project coordinator for Startup Peterborough, hosted by Peterborough Kawarthas Economic Development and Innovation Cluster. So working out of the Venture North building, which is on George Street and King. So Startup Peterborough is basically a concierge service. So it's a first point of access for people, the community members, to come and approach us and learn more about what is available as far as resources are concerned for them to start up their own business. So if they're looking to start up their business and they need some help, be it business advising, be it grants or any planning side of things, we help them, assist them with that by connecting them to the right people, the right grant programs as well. And then depending on what kind of business they have, we will then take it to whether it's Innovation Cluster or whether it's Peterborough Kawarthas Economic Development, either or. One of the major projects that we really invest our time into is Win This Space, actually. Win This Space is an amazing competition that we co-host with the DBI Peterborough. The DBI Peterborough put together this really, really interesting and amazing competition where if you're looking to open a storefront and you're looking to open or you have a business that requires a storefront, that you have the opportunity to participate in this competition and win a year worth of lease. With this, I feel like it's a great opportunity for a lot of the community members because they're initially saving that 1 year worth of rent that they can really just reinvest into their business. So it gives them a stepping stone to start up and be able to be successful with their venture. So our focus is we want to really reach out to people out there, motivate them by giving them the opportunity to continue with their business, and that, you know, nothing should hold them back. So, you know, often people are held back because they don't have the resources, or they don't have the right knowledge to go about doing things. But we provide them the resources through Ptbo Kawarthas Economic Development, or we would then have other workshops that would be a part of the Win the Space program. So when they're applying for the competition, they'll be a part of these workshops as well. They'll get assistance with that, and they would be getting a lot more recognition as well. So they'd be able to then take that further, and if they're chosen out of the 10 contestants that are there, then they'll have the opportunity to have a store to their taste. So that's Win the Space. But it's really interesting, and this year we're bringing in a very different energy to it. We're making it really exciting. And advice for people who want to participate in Win the Space is, you know, you should know, I would say, you know, you need to take the time to really reassess a lot of the things and see where your product stands in the market, get a better understanding of your demographics as well. But more importantly, focus on the financial side of things. So the cost of the product, or be it the selling price of the product, the face value of the product. How are you going to position if you had a storefront? So I would start thinking about, you know, just kind of projecting it in a way where, you know, you have a storefront right now. What will you be doing at that time? You should start thinking about it now. You don't want to wait until that happens, because you won't have time to plan when you'll be focusing on so many other things when the store will actually open up. So that's what I would say. And then honestly, just focus on the learning side of things. So, you know, just focus on the fact that you're going to gain so much out of it. You're going to gain so much knowledge out of it. You're going to gain so much other aspects of business out of it that you may not have had exposure to before. So there's a lot to look forward to, is what I would say. Yeah, and you can reach out through our website, www.startuppeterborough.ca, or you can call us at 705-741-8232. And you can always visit our page, our social media pages as well. We are very frequent with responding to people through those channels. So feel free to connect with us, whichever way possible, whichever way is comfortable for you. We'd be happy to assist you.
My name is Perdita MacLeod, and I'm one of the 3 owners of Metaphor Contemporary Craft Gallery, and we sell the work of Ontario artists. So we have a studio where we teach art classes, and we get tons of people through learning all kinds of things, from painting and drawing to jewelry, pottery, and more. We entered Win This Space because we have been looking for a while to expand our business to another town in Ontario. We looked and drove all over the place. We came to Peterborough. We really liked the vibe of Peterborough, the opportunities here, and it just so happened that our timing coincided with the plans for Win This Space. So we were sort of waffling around a little bit of whether to continue, and then we met Terry from the Downtown Business Association. He was really engaging, told us about the contest. We thought, well, we should enter this contest because the timing is perfect, and that's how we entered. It was a good process because it required us to write up our business plan in a really thorough way. We learned that there's actually a lot of resources here in Peterborough and a real eagerness to have businesses open or relocate in downtown Peterborough. We made some excellent connections with the local art community. We learned really that Peterborough was an excellent choice for us. It takes a lot longer than you think it's going to take to put everything together. So but it just happens that the space we chose required a lot of renovations, and we're really fortunate that we have a good arrangement with our landlord on that. But the time frame was agonizingly slow, and so it's been exciting, frustrating, challenging, a good learning experience, and we know it will be rewarding. I guess we shouldn't have been surprised at how long the process of getting a building permit should take. It took longer than we thought it should. That was a surprise. Not so surprised, but really delighted by the great response we've had from people in Peterborough. The art community, the art-loving community, the downtown, people are just really wonderful here. So that's really delightful. One setback is the time it takes for renovations to be done. Getting the trades and getting all your permitting and crossing all your T's and dotting all your I's is a real delay, or I would say a setback. Well, one success I can definitely identify is that we have already hired some part-time staff, and there are some excellent people in Peterborough ready to work and qualified, and we had really no trouble at all finding fabulous people. We had a lot of assistance from the Downtown BIA. It seems every time we had a question or something, we'd just phone up or go to the office there, and somebody would point us in the right direction. They even let us use the boardroom there to do our job interview process. That was really wonderful. So they've been sort of the key to any other connections. The art community, too, has been really welcoming and reaching out already. So if you're thinking of entering the Win This Space contest, I would say really think hard about your business and your plan. I would say to go for it and be prepared. It's a lot of work, and if you're not necessarily familiar with numbers and budgeting, you better bone up on that, because that's going to be a big part of your plan. And also to reach out to people and ask for help, because it's there, and there's lots of people here in Peterborough to help you, and take advantage of that.
My name is Sandy Greenberg. I am the Business Advisory Center lead at Ptbo and the Kawarthas Economic Development. Ptbo and the Kawarthas Economic Development works collaboratively with their stakeholders to attract and retain and support businesses within the region. Last year, we participated with Win the Space by offering a workshop. For the semi-finalists, we offered a workshop on lean canvas and how to create a business plan, as well as I participated as a judge. So my best advice for people that want to enter is, number one, make sure that it's something that you're passionate about. Bring something that's really original, something that is good quality, so that people can really get a feel for who you are and what your business is about. Do some research, make sure you look like you know what you're talking about, and just have fun and make sure that it's good quality. I can't stress that enough.
So I'd like to share with you some marketing tips that I give to those that come in to Win This Space, into the actual marketing sessions, or to any downtown business that I work with. So some of the marketing tips are, one, don't forget to use hashtag PTBO or hashtag Kawarthas in any of your Twitter or Instagram posts. Why is that? Because as soon as you use that, people are coming to this area, they're trying to see what is going on in Peterborough or the Kawarthas, and they search for hashtag PTBO. Your conversation, your product information, whatever was in that post comes up. Yay, you got to do that. Use hashtag PTBO or use hashtag Kawarthas, absolutely. Another thing you want to do is don't forget to mention when it's appropriate. Don't spam them, because every time you mention somebody, they get a notification. Do it when it's appropriate. Who do you think I'm going to say? But your Downtown Peterborough organization. So depending on which medium you're on, you want to tag them. So on Instagram and on Twitter, it's hashtag, it's at, which is your at Downtown PTBO. Downtown PTBO, not Downtown Peterborough. It's Downtown PTBO. So you want to mention them. Why do you do that? Because they kind of get a tap on the shoulder, and they'll share your information. So that's important. What else? Who else should you tag, and why do you tag? Because someone's already following someone. They've chosen to trust someone. And they say that 89% of your growth is going to happen because someone that I've already trusted now shares your information, and I'm seeing it. Not because you've shared it for the first time. Someone's had an experience with you that I trust, and they're basically endorsing you by sharing that information or retweeting it. So you want definitely to tag people. Who do you tag? And that's part of a strategy session to think of who do you tag. And in that, the people you tag are those companies that are complementary to your business. So if you sell women's shoes, you may want to get in cahoots with a women's clothing store that have the same target market, obviously. And they will, and you mention them, they'll share your information. Or perhaps a restaurant is in cahoots with the women's clothing store because they have the same target market. So that's what you got to do is you think about it. Who in downtown do I have the same target market, and we can help each other grow. Helping each other grow is key. Complementary businesses and helping each other grow. So finally, don't forget to tell your story. You need to tell your story. Actually, not finally. I got one more for you. So finally is not correct, but you need to tell your story. Why did you open this company? Is it yourself? Do you have a partner? Is it family? How long have you been here? There's a lot of companies downtown Peterborough that have been here quite a bit, quite a long time. I love hearing their stories. So your clients will too. So you want to share that in your marketing. And one of the things that we were just talking about with the BizMap crew here, and if you need video done, you want to contact our BizMap crew. They can help you with your video productions. But one of the things you want to do also is think about perhaps putting up a cell phone near your cash register that's nailed to the wall, not through the cell phone, don't think it'll work that well, but it's attached to the wall, and have it on, plugged in, and have it on the mode of taking a photo. And then people take their photo of themselves with your product as they're happy, they just bought it. We've seen that working in various ways across Peterborough already. And that's just a great way. And of course, you put a little sign up there saying that this will be on our Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook, whatever your poison is, wherever your target market is, I should say, that you'll be putting that there, and encourage them to come and tag themselves. So this gives them a reason to come back to your social media accounts. Anyways, there's so much more we could talk about, but generally, don't forget to use the localized hashtags Ptbo and Kawarthas. Don't forget to tag those people that are giants who will help you grow. And in particular, Downtown Ptbo. If you're a chamber member, mention the chamber. If you're a WBN member, mention the WBN. If our economic development have helped you, you want to mention them. Tourism, if you're doing something that's tourist related, tag our tourism group. I mean, there's so many people in Peterborough that want to make sure that you're successful. So I hope these tips help. Thank you.